No. It's about these bloodlines that rule and control. They like to just say, well, everybody's technically related to everybody, right? Aren't we all just technically cousins of some sort? No. We're not all technically cousins of some sort. And it's pretty interesting over the years I've covered, Trump being related to the Clintons, to Hillary directly, to Obama and his relations to the Queen, to Beyonce, to Elvis and Oprah. And now that the Queen has passed, we're hearing all these stories about people who are related to the Queen. From people like Johnny Depp, conveniently a Satanist who I've exposed dozens of times, from his love affair with Marilyn Manson, to freeing the satanic West Memphis 3, to his embarrassment of a band that he has, to Maggie and Jake Gyllenhaal. You might say, well, why do they really matter? Well, they wouldn't be in these positions. So think about the mindset that they've created here and around the world, where they tell you that the talented people can achieve these things. Then the talented people, or people who strive to do this and, spend their lives studying and trying to perform theater, and then failing at it and thinking that they're talentless or they're miserable, it gives them mental health problems, it ruins and destroys their lives. Imagine if they actually knew that all of this was controlled, that all the businesses were controlled, that, when you apply for jobs and things like that, they look for the secret societies that you're a part of, not for what your degree is in or your GPA. These are all things that people should know, things that I've learned through studying how these people work over the years. But how would people feel if they knew all this stuff? And let's just take a broad look. Here's a clip compilation I put together of all these celebrities who are just happen to be related to other celebrities and openly are like, oh, must be a coincidence that Ellen's related to, the Duchess or the Princess or whatever. Must just be a coincidence, right? Let's take a look.
So it turns out you're related to Angelina Jolie. And we found a picture that I couldn't believe. I don't know why we haven't seen this picture of you. Let's see Angelina first of all. And
I really admire what she's doing on behalf of, charity and HIV/AIDS and a lot of work around the world. I've done some events with her, and she's
so it makes
really
sense
committed.
that y'all are related.
Well,
now
apparently
this is the odd one, which I did not know. You're also cousins with Madonna.
That's true.
So
can I?
She refuses to acknowledge it.
Is she not acknowledging it,
No.
Kate? Is she just not having it?
I don't know what's happening.
Yeah.
And I am related to Kate Middleton. She is my 14th cousin, twice removed.
Okay, that's close enough.
I think so.
I
It's
think
not
so.
like 3 times removed. It's twice removed. So, and I'm related to Madonna and Halle Berry, and both of them embrace it.
Well, why wouldn't they?
Exactly. And why wouldn't Katie?
Well, indeed. We put you in the photograph with the royal family because we thought we should.
Isn't that wonderful?
You want to know who I'm related to?
Who are you related to?
Sarah Palin.
No.
That's what I said.
Fantastic.
Twisted way, somebody sent me this information that she was my...
Has this been genealogically...
This is the Cloud
Yeah.
Atlas Continuum.
Blown away to find out today that you are related, in fact, to Abraham Lincoln. Your family is that true?
Yes.
That's so cool!
Yeah. Yeah, no, Nancy Hanks was Abraham Lincoln's mother. So, yeah.
Look at that!
He's yeah.
You've no doubt heard the old saying, politics makes strange bedfellows. Well, it also makes for some pretty strange family ties. Listen to this. It turns out that one of President Obama's toughest critics is actually his cousin. Claire Shipman shakes the family tree.
Turns out these two are more than just political enemies. They're having a family feud.
They're 10th cousins, which means that they share a common ancestor. So a man named John Smith, who was an early settler to Massachusetts.
Yes, you heard right. Barack Obama and Sarah Palin are cousins with a family tree that takes them back to one Mr. Smith of the 1600s.
Sanders was booked today. All coincidence. We didn't plan any of it. What I didn't realize was I didn't know y'all were really related for real.
Yes.
What's the connect?
We're second or third cousins. Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
You feel that?
We go back to the old country. Yeah. I do. I feel a familial connection with him.
I want to break some news to you tonight. Our friends at Ancestry did some digging. You are related to Fred Rogers.
Impossible. No, you're pulling our leg.
All right.
Let's look at this.
How far away is it?
Wait, look at a Mefford.
I know, yeah, Mefford.
Oprah tried to say that you two are somehow, some way related.
Yeah, she said she actually researched it and found it to be true.
And that's something.
Some kind of Presley with a Winfrey hooked up somewhere along the line in the South. You know how it goes.
Cousin Oprah.
That's right.
Cousin Oprah would be proud.
So you would think with these articles coming out that people would be suspicious. They'd be like, I do find it weird that Johnny Depp is related to the Queen of England. But no, they don't. They just go, that's fascinating. Or that Beyonce is related to the Queen. But I thought that the Queen isn't the narrative that they play with Harry and the other one, that, you know, they're racist because the girl is black. I mean, it's Beyonce upset about that? Oh, right. Well, they're all just manipulating people's brains out there to think that this world that they're telling you exists. But in reality, it's a controlled world where the people who are famous are related to the people who are patriarchs, matriarchs, presidents, prime ministers, you name it, and they all have a job to do, and that is to groom, control, and devour society. So you might say, well, Johnny Depp doesn't have a role. He's a huge role. He's idol worship left and right. The celebrity's role is to play the massive liberals in the media, to constantly mock and bash Christianity, and to promote Satan. And that's what they all do. I cover it all the time. I have dozens of videos on Johnny Depp. I have dozens of videos on Beyonce and Jay-Z over and over. You got people like Paris Hilton. People don't even realize why they're famous. Hillary Duff, right? You got your Disney in there. You got Hugh Grant. These are all people related to the Queen. They're telling about Alec Baldwin. Alec Baldwin related to the Queen. One of the cousins twice removed, Queen Elizabeth. Brad Pitt. I mean, these are pretty big celebrities. We're not talking about, you know, a guy who might have been an extra in Halloween 4 who got electrocuted by getting thrown on a power, onto a bed of fire or something. I mean, we're talking about the biggest influencers, the richest people, and the most powerful people in Hollywood and in politics, that they're all just related. Oh, Brad Pitt, and then you get Angelina Jolie, also related. Isn't it convenient that they all happen to meet the Queen? They're professional liars. They act in movies, but they've met the Queen. They've been there. And still, the zombie nation that we live amongst still thinks that they're so talented that the Queen just really wanted to meet Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt. And don't mind the fact that Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt were married, because all these people are incestually married. If you haven't gotten the hint yet, you know, you read back on stories about kings and queens and their sons and daughters and having affairs and marrying them. And everyone looks at it and they're like, that's really gross. Oh, right. Well, you think it changed? Did suddenly somebody get a moral compass and say, hey, yeah, the king... They just don't want people to realize that there's a bloodline controlling everything. Because if people did, then they wouldn't believe in the illusion of a democracy and the people being empowered. And this whole thing wouldn't work because these people would be overthrown by the people. Because they'd say, well, who are they to continue to just keep control, not just of politics, but of Hollywood, of all these businesses, the corporations that you tell us we can go to college and become CEOs of. The scary part is there's still people out there who believe that. They're like, I can go to school and I can become the CEO of Pepsi. Oh, yeah? Yeah, you better be related to someone. You better make a lot of sacrifice if you're not. Let's continue on. Brooke Shields, related to the Queen. I mean, the list... This is just a casual list that's out there where they show you these articles and they're just like, hey, just letting you know that everybody's related to the Queen, everybody's related to the president. I mean, you could do the same thing with Obama, with Barry. You could do the same thing with all of them. They're all related to each other. That's part of this matrix, this illusion of what they're doing. And they want people to, they know that they can't force their way and this stuff onto people without telling people that they're the ones doing it. That's the whole reason they're doing it the way that they're doing it, because they can blame the people. Otherwise, the billions of people would rise up against these minions, and that would include militaries and other people who start realizing, hey, you know what? I've been lied to. I've been oppressed. I'm with the people, not with these pricks.